to Boxing Talk 8576. I just want to talk about a few things. I want to talk about first Kell Brook possibly fighting Amir Khan. That's a good fight. That's a real good fight. That's a 50-50 fight. It will take place over there in Britain. They will have, I know they will have a big crowd. Maybe they can generate, the same type of crowd that Carl Farch generated. Maybe they can fight in that stadium because Eddie Hearns is the same promoter as Farch, and maybe he can. Maybe he's having plans to put that fight there. This is a great fight for boxing. That's why I'm pretty excited that Kell Brook was able to pull off the win, because he will now force people to come over there to Britain, Americans to come over there to try to get that IBF title. Right now, Eddie Hearns said Amir Khan is number one on the list. He has Keith Thurman on the list, but he said Keith Thurman is a no casual fan knows Keith Thurman, just hardcore fans. And so he said that fight wouldn't make sense. And then in the same breath, he said Keith Thurman would be a tough fight. So what I'm gathering with that is he don't want to fight Keith Thurman because Keith Thurman is a tough fight. Man, it's hard for that boy, Keith Thurman, to get his title shot, man. They just going around the guy, upside down. See, that's how you know it's a serious fighter out there, man. When everybody just keep ducking and dodging, coming up with excuses after excuse why they can't fight this man. I just hope my boy Keith Thurman get another fight before this year is over. I think he's going to get in the ring again in October. So that would be good for Keith Thurman if he get in the ring in October. I don't know who the opponent will be, but I would like to see him fight Guerrero, man. I would like to see Keith Thurman fight Guerrero or Devin Alexander. I would like to see how Keith Thurman handles that slick type style where a guy moves around and boxes like Devin Alexander. Devin Alexander is a pretty good boxer. He just crumbles under pressure when guys put the pressure on him, and Keith Thurman will put the pressure on him. Keith Thurman boxing is underrated. A lot of people don't consider Keith Thurman a boxer. They consider him just a puncher, but Keith Thurman is the prototype boxer puncher. He moves around the ring well. He put punches in combinations. He throws every punch in the book. He has a really, really good jab. He goes to the body. He's one of the fewer fighters that I know that can punch, box, and works upstairs and downstairs. The body and the head. It's still some things I would like to see Keith Thurman work on, as far as, going off to the side, when he going away from his opponent instead of going straight back. But other than that, Keith Thurman just keep getting better and better as he progresses and as he fights. Pretty soon, these guys, Keith Thurman gonna be so, gonna be so entrenched and so seasoned and on top of his game. When these guys do give him a chance to fight, I believe he's gonna reign for a little while. I believe it's gonna be like a Marvin Hagler thing, like when Hagler couldn't get the title shot for a while. Then when he got the title shot, he was so hungry to get the title and so proud to get the title that Hagler held on to the title for a long, long time. He was the lone reigning, middleweight champion. Bernard Hopkins broke his record. So, yeah, Hagler, man, I believe Keith Thurman can have a run similar to that. Maybe it's not as long, but, similar to that, because all these guys ducking him, man, they showing that they afraid of the man. So, hopefully next year he'll get a title shot. If Mayweather beats Maidana, or if Maidana beats Mayweather, maybe he can get a shot at, well, he will not get a shot at Mayweather. I know Mayweather is not going to fight Amir Khan. I mean, not Amir Khan. I know Mayweather is not going to fight Keith Thurman. That's too much of a dog for him to fight Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman got too many weapons, man. Keith Thurman ended up knocking that boy out in about 6-7 rounds. But if Maidana beats Mayweather, I believe Maidana already ducked Keith Thurman. Guerrero ducked Keith Thurman. I want Guerrero to fight Keith Thurman. I forgot man, it's just so many guys. You just forget who all ducked this man. But I think Devin Alexander will fight him. I think Devin Alexander will step up and fight Keith Thurman. I think Devin Alexander probably, thinks that he can, either outbox Keith Thurman, or Devin Alexander is, desperate to get back in that upper echelon mix. And I think he's looking at it like if he beats Keith Thurman, he will get back up there in the Mayweather talk. So, that Devin Alexander fight would be good. Andre Berto would be good. I like to see him fight Andre Berto. I know everybody writing off Andre Berto. I know Andre Berto has some subpar performances, got beat. Andre Berto still got some talent. Andre Berto just shouldn't use the Philly shell anymore. But he got some talent, other than that. Bradley, everybody writing off Bradley, and Bradley only got one loss. People was so high on Bradley when he beat Pacquiao. Now Pacquiao came back and beat Bradley, and everybody down on the guy. He lost to a guy that he beat, so he still beat every opponent on his that was put in front of him, because he beat Pacquiao before. So I don't know, everybody down on Bradley. I think Bradley and Cotto talking about fighting, but Cotto might end up fighting what's that guy's name? I forgot this guy's name. Tall guy. Skip my mind. But anyway, Cotto talking about fighting Andy Lee. Andy Lee may mess around and beat Cotto. Cotto better be careful, man, with these full-fledged middleweights, man. Andy Lee is tall. Andy Lee just have trouble with stronger guys and stronger than him. And Cotto, I don't see Cotto as being stronger than Andy Lee. I see Andy Lee fights tall. He has a nice jab. Andy Lee was, doing real well until he ran into Chavez Jr. Chavez Jr. came in the ring like a light heavyweight. Everybody knows Chavez Jr. come in, overweight all the time. So he was doing good against Chavez Jr. before Chavez Jr. stopped him. But Andy Lee might be a tough fight for Cotto. Cotto better watch out, man. Cotto should be fighting Triple G. That's who he should be fighting. I heard Freddie Roach said he want Triple G to come down in weight to 154 to fight Cotto. Man, if you want to challenge a man for his title, man, go up there and fight the man. Go up. I mean, you already got the 160-pound, belt. Everybody, some people see you as a linear champion because you beat the man to beat the man. So fight the guy that's behind you that everybody consider a dangerous threat, or either, vacate the titles. But I just wanted to talk about a couple things. Just leave comments below. Let me know what you think about these subjects I talked about, these matchups, and who you got in these possible matchups. Who you got if Amir Khan fights Brook? Who you got if Devin Alexander fight Keith Thurman? Who you got if Cotto fights Andy Lee, or if Cotto fights Triple G? This is Boxing Talk 8576. I'm out.